Being filled with pride is practically an open invitation for God to bring you down to size, not because He is mean, but because He alone deserves our worship. Throughout society today, we see people who think much too highly of themselves. The Bible warns us that God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. We all are in desperate need of God's grace, and He is less willing to provide us with that grace when we are arrogant and full of ourselves. This lesson was learned the hard way by a famous king named Nebuchadnezzar. In Daniel 4, verse 28 to 33, Nebuchadnezzar learned that being prideful puts a person in grave danger. He says, "Is not this great Babylon, which I have built by my mighty power as a royal residence and for the glory of my majesty?" In his mind, he is the best thing to have ever happened to the world. In his mind, he alone built Babylon. He has no concept of the fact that God puts rulers where they are, even in ungodly nations. Any rank a person has achieved is because God allowed it to happen. As these prideful words leave his mouth, God steps in to intervene. He strips the king of all his lavish lifestyle right at that very moment. The king loses his mind and goes and lives in the fields like a wild beast until he comes to his senses. Amazingly, at the end of this, he comes to worship the one true God. He just had to lose everything, including his sanity, to be in a humble enough place to look to God. When a person becomes prideful, they are at risk of losing everything. Friend, let's ensure we keep our pride in check before an event like this occurs in our lives.